So our next section is quantitative reasoning. Now, quantitative reasoning is basically maths tests. If you're not doing A-level maths, I would probably recommend going over your GCSE maths questions or sort of theory. All of the questions are sort of based around GCSE maths level, I would say. So the questions can be based on tables or other collections of data or graphs. Make sure that you read the questions and understand what is being asked of you. That's really important for some of these questions, which we'll see when we go through these ones that I've got here. Look for negative wording on questions, and you are able to use a calculator in this section. It'll be on screen, so I appreciate at the minute you're probably going to be using your phones or a calculator, but when you are sort of more familiar with the way a UCAT asks questions and properly practicing, do use an on-screen calculator. Just getting used to sort of using the asterisk and the forward slash as multiply and divide can really save you some really precious seconds. Sorry. So the quantitative reasoning instructions, you will be presented with questions that most often refer to charts and graphs containing data. Additional information may also be found within the question itself. Most questions will be shown as sets of 4 questions, each connected to the same data. There are some questions that are standalone and do not share data. Each question has 5 answer options. Your task is to choose the best option. An on-screen calculator is available to assist you with these questions. You can access this by clicking on the button in the top left of the screen, which just looks like a calculator. So again, if you do go on the UCAT website, make sure you look at the practice questions. These questions are actually taken from their bank of questions, but it will get you used to using their screen as well. There's 36 items within this section and 25 minutes. So again, very time pressured. Have a look online. YouTube's got a lot of different things and people give recommendations on strategies. But with this section, I think it just comes down to practice and getting used to doing the calculations. It will be something that you've done before as well, but getting used to the way UCAT ask questions again and just getting your timing a bit better is really important. So we're going to move on to the questions now. So question 1 here. Now let's look at the answer for this one. So how much greater is the acceleration of car A than the acceleration of car B? And then it gives you the formula here. The answer to this one is A. So the acceleration of car A is change in velocity divided by change over time. So you can do this calculation, and well done if you did get that. One really sort of easy way to do this is to just look at this graph that we have here. So we know that acceleration of car A, the acceleration is the change in velocity and the change over time. Our velocity doesn't change for car B at all. The velocity for car A over time is a linear relationship here. So we know that the change in acceleration for car B is going to be 0 because it's flat. We know that car A is going at a steady pace. So what we could actually just do is go to our first time point and read off the graph to 4. And this is just about really understanding what the question is asking for, rather than having to do this this calculation. You can just look at the graph. But again, that comes with practice, and it's just about understanding what they're asking for. This isn't the case with a lot of the questions within this section. You do just have to do the working out, as you'll see with some of these next questions. So this is question 2. The correct answer for this question was B, and here is the rationale for that and the working out. So well done if you got that right. And then on to question 3, we've got another graph. So off you go. So the answer for this question is D, that's 5. So Linda's average score in the first year is the sum of scores in 4 projects. In P5 in the end of second year, Linda scored 99 points. Therefore, the difference is 5 points. So again, it's sort of GCSE level. It's just about making you figuring out averages and reading off graphs. But because of the time pressure, it's just a good idea to practice all this. And then I'll go on to question 4. And the correct response for that was question B, and you can see the rationale down below there. Now we're going to move on to abstract reasoning.